Egg.
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 Egg. Egg. That went better in my head, but also it could have went a lot worse. Welcome, everybody, to episode 97 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your 5 co-hosts, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, I got...
Cody.
Wenzel.
It's Particle Pat.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, my God.
I was expecting an egg pun.
Wait a minute.
Maybe.
If you're Particle Pat, does that mean you're like a superhero or something?
You can't see this because it's a podcast, but I phased through my chair and came back.
Oh, yeah, we couldn't see
My
that.
superpower is I'm a giant egg.
My superpower is the ability to play kazoo, which I did not do on this episode.
Do it.
Make an egg sound.
Make an egg song.
Okay, I want to sound like an egg.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like an egg.
Yeah.
I thought I was in the presence of an egg.
Yeah.
Kind of like an egg. This week we are doing another round of Make, Bake, Create. So if you don't know what Make, Bake, Create is, we have a set of rules. We have a specified dish we have to create, and we make it and or bake it. You can hear the ambulance in the background probably, but you make it and or break it. Yeah, break it,
They're
bake
coming
it.
for me
Yeah,
because I'm just an egg.
yeah. Oh fuck, Cody's an egg. Please come. And if you don't know, last time on Make, Bake, Create, Jesus Christ, go! They're stopped right next door. If you don't know, last time on Make, Bake, Create, I won the inaugural edition of wing sauces, so I got to choose the category for this Make, Bake, Create, and I chose omelets with a $12 budgetary limit, which did not include the cost of your eggs. So yeah, we made omelets, and I have the results in front of me. We can just dig right into it if we want.
Let's do it with a little pause.
Okay.
Just go at it.
So I'll be going from 5th place, 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place. And if you don't, the winner of Make, Bake, Create will get to choose the category for the next Make, Bake, Create, which will be announced at the end of the episode when we know who the winner is. So are we ready for this?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
All right.
Do you want us to guess who the last person is?
I don't think it needs to be guessed.
Shut the fuck up. I did my best with what I had.
In 5th place, with a... So I should mention, so our 3 criteria before we get into it is creativity, taste, and execution. So, and what I did to tally up the scores is everybody had scores. I took each score in each category, averaged them, and then I added them together. So the highest score you could have is 30. That would be a perfect score.
Oh, Famitsu.
Sure. Don't they do 40?
Yeah.
Yeah. So coming in 5th place with a score of 15.75, our very own Cody.
Okay, let me explain.
So Cody, why don't you go through and tell us about your omelet?
Okay, can you change my name first of all? It's Egg Cody.
Oh, Ed Cody, can you go through and tell us about your omelet?
All right, so I forgot we were going to do this episode until about a week and a half ago. Whenever we were,
I would wager and say a week and a half is way more time than anybody put into this.
right.
Oops.
But then after I was reminded about it, I forgot it until 2 or 3 days ago. To which I said, I don't know what I want to do for that, so I'm gonna go crazy with it, kind of like Wenzel did with his purple goop.
Yeah.
So I thought last time with the wings, Wenzel used ube. I'm gonna use matcha for my omelet,
And you used it.
So I made
It was there.
I made a green tea omelet, okay, with a green tea cheese sauce for the top of it.
So I'll go ahead and say your average for creativity came out as 8.5 because
That was your best part.
it
That
was
was very good.
very creative.
Thank you.
Can't say that much about the rest.
It was fucking bad.
So let's just dig into it. Okay, first off, it comes out fucking green omelet. You'll be able to see all our omelets on Instagram.com/AYCH
We
podcast.
actually took pictures this time.
We took pictures of the omelets
before we ate it.
Yeah.
I thought it would be much more vibrant. I thought it was going to be kind of like a radioactive green, like a Simpsons green, you know?
Yeah.
I was expecting more of a, I guess like a spring green for some reason.
And it came out dookie.
Dookie ass.
That sauce was baby diarrhea.
I mean, that's,
Not only was it baby diarrhea, it was so fucking salty.
Yeah, I used American cheese.
So Cody, your average taste score was a 1.125.
Who gave it the lowest?
I gave Cody the lowest for taste. I gave him a 0.5.
Okay, I didn't think about that. I think I just went 1.
I gave him a 0.5.
I would have given it 2 because it honestly made me gag when I ate it.
And the reason I went 0.5 and not 0 is I ate the first bite because I think everybody is due diligence. I'm like, okay, I want to eat the first bite. I ate the first bite. I'm like, holy shit, this is like the fucking saltiest thing I've ever eaten in my life. Put in the second bite of my mouth. I am not a man that usually spits out food. I fucking baby bleh this food.
Yeah. Whenever Tanner was in the room separate from us, he could see me in the doorway, and immediately as soon as I put it in my mouth, I just spit it out. baby spit it out.
It was not good. Green tea and egg it doesn't work.
It doesn't because matcha is so like not sweet, but it's like bitter, and it's just like
Vegetal.
Yeah.
I wonder if you would have went the route of making a sweet omelet instead of using salt, maybe use sugar. I wonder if it would have came out
Probably
better.
I think that would have been better.
I don't think it would have been as bad.
I think one of the other ideas that I had was doing a. I really regret not doing this now, but it would have taken a lot more effort. Done like pancake style eggs.
Ooh,
or
yeah.
pancake omelet where you had like a stack of omelets that turned out to look like kind of like pancakes. With
Yeah.
maple syrup on it, and like did it like that. I thought that would have probably been a better idea than what I did with the green tea.
I would almost assure you that would have been a better idea. Well, I don't know if it would have been more creative, but I guarantee you it would have definitely tasted better.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it would have been more creative, honestly. Now that I think about it, fuck it. Redo, right?
Scrap it.
Hey, Cody's different than regular Cody. Let's see what it can do.
And for your execution, your average score was a 6.125. So I can't remember everybody's score. So if everybody wants to look at their execution score real quick, but I gave you a 6. Why did you look at your own sheet? We should say the person that made the omelet didn't grade their own omelet.
Yeah. No.
So I gave Cody a 6 for execution, and the reason I gave you a 6 and not higher because while the omelet was made good, it did not taste good.
It did not work. Like the flavors weren't there.
Yeah, the flavors weren't there, and the cheese sauce I almost think it would have tasted better if you didn't make the cheese sauce. If you would have just made a green omelet.
It did not.
Okay, it didn't.
It did not.
Because you ate one.
It tastes like a shitty pancake.
Oh.
I don't know how that happened. But
Well, with the green sauce, imagine a shitty pancake covered in salt water.
Wow.
It was because I added salt I did use American cheese, which is salty.
Already salty.
And then I put salt inside of that too, and then it just turned into. And let me tell you, cleaning it off this stuff, it congealed, and let me tell you, it was like thick poop.
Oh.
It was nasty.
Yeah, you'll see the picture again, but like the picture does not do justice of how thick it was.
I gave it an 8.5 because I was like, okay, matcha, the color, that's pretty much natural. And I thought it was like, I don't know, it looked pretty good for what you could have done.
I was really wanting to know something more vibrant. I really wanted to get something that was like spring green, pretty.
You should have,
you
could have probably, I don't know, maybe used food dye.
I should have, but I didn't bring it with me.
Yeah.
And it ended up looking, it literally looked like poop.
Yeah.
It looked like green sludge shit.
Because I gave Cody an 8 as well for execution because I thought it looked well made. Like the omelet itself, everything was together, one whole piece, and he actually made 2 omelets, stacked it, then poured the sauce on top of it.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the omelet itself, that's kind of more so what I was getting at, just like how well it was like presented and actually made.
Yeah.
And then you had like the goop on top.
Which the second omelet was just soaked in it. Ugh.
Yeah. The second omelet, which is the piece of omelet I got a piece of, was just covered in it.
But the thing is, though, it was so thick, I would have never known there was a second omelet.
The sauce to me was so salty. I didn't think there was cheese in it. It was thick, but if you
You couldn't taste the cheese.
Yeah.
It went fucking. I don't know where it went. It went to hell. I don't even know.
But I commend the effort.
It disappeared.
And the thing is though, about the cheese sauce, just one last thing. I didn't realize how like vegetal the fucking green tea tasted. Like when you think of green tea, you think of matcha.
Yeah, like something you get from
mochi.
Starbucks. Yeah.
But then you start cooking with it savory, and then suddenly it tastes like the bottom of like a salad bag after you left it in the fridge for too long.
That's an excellent description.
And then suddenly you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
But I always remember that it can be sweet because it's like those cookies we made that one time.
Yeah.
The matcha green tea cookies. Those were really good.
Salt really brings out the bitterness, which I didn't expect,
Yeah.
and sugar really brings out the better notes in matcha.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
For future reference, don't use matcha in savory foods.
But commend the effort again. was very creative, but the execution and the taste just were not there. You actually scored higher on your creativity than you did on taste and execution combined.
Oh wow.
So which I thought was funny. All right, we ready for fourth place?
Yeah.
Yep.
We
This
ready?
is all very close, by the way. Fourth place. I mean, like, if you get fourth place, you still did pretty
Yeah,
good because
I will say I'm not going to go into scores yet, but I will say the difference between fourth place and first place is less than 4 points.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So in fourth place with a total of 21.25 points, so a 5.5 point jump, is our very own Wenzel.
Oh.
With Wenzel's vegetarian omelet. So Wenzel, do you want to tell us about it real quick?
Yeah, sure. I remember a while ago, my mother she had an omelet and she was like, I don't want it. Do you want to eat it? I was like, sure. It was, she was like, what? I asked, what is it? It was a Southwest omelet with like, green bell pepper, red bell pepper, and beef in it. And I was like, okay. So I tried it, ate it. I was like, oh, this is really good. And then I remembered we have the omelet, we have this, and I was like, I wonder if I can make this. And then the night before tonight, I quickly looked up like different like stuff I could put in, which I never actually ended up doing. So yeah, what I did is I grabbed green bell pepper, red bell pepper. I ended up using the wrong cheese from what I originally got, and I made an omelet.
I mean, it was an omelet. It was. I thought it was a very good omelet. So, going into taste first, or going into creativity first. Your creativity was your lowest score. It was a 6.75.
Yeah.
And I gave you a 6.5 for creativity, and then like my reasoning behind that was more so I guess just because it was a very well done omelet, which we'll see in your execution score, but like creativity, yeah. Creatively, you could have done something more, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was still a very well, like, not taking anything away from your omelet, but it was a I don't want to say bland, but
I would have to say that the thing that got the biggest hit for me was the creativity in my mind, was because out of all the omelets that we had seen here today, yours was the only one that I could imagine myself going to IHOP and actually getting.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Which leads like you said before, your mom had eaten one.
Yeah.
Therefore, it had already been done.
Yeah, no, I completely understand, because like with this omelet, like I never made an omelet before, and honestly, I was just like, I don't really want to go too crazy with this. I just want to make something that tastes relatively good.
Yeah. Was this everybody, before we get back, this was the first omelet I've ever made as well. Was everybody else in the same boat, or had people made omelets before?
First time.
I've made them before.
Yeah, because
I made one omelet before coming here today, so this is one I made for everybody. That was my second omelet.
okay. Like I've done scrambled eggs. I just usually, just because scrambled eggs is a lot easier, I always go the scrambled egg route as opposed to omelet. So, but yeah, so I'll say that about your creativity. But like your taste scored a 7, which much higher than Cody's 1.125.
Well, that makes me happy.
It was good. Did you want to go over like the ingredients in your omelet?
Sure,
real
yeah.
quick?
I used, I got two, or I got a green bell pepper and a red bell pepper. I didn't use all of the peppers. I just got them, cut them up, and I think it was 1/2 a cup of green bell pepper and 1/2 a cup of red bell pepper, and then I just use 1/2 a cup of the cheese from Pat's bag, the Mexican style cheese. Yeah, and then I used 4 eggs. I used a teaspoon of water, and I whenever I got the omelet done and scooped it out, I got some chili powder and I kind of like poured it over to make like a little smiley face.
Yeah,
kind of like as a decoration, but a little bit added something. Oh, and I splashed a little bit of cayenne pepper in there.
Yeah, so like the chili powder and the cayenne pepper formed like a crust on your omelet. Like I got like a crunchy piece that was solely from like the crust that had I guess formed there, and it was very good. Like it was something I didn't expect from an omelet. Like I don't expect to bite into an omelet and the first like there be a noticeable crunch.
Yeah.
But like that was very pleasant surprise, and like your peppers stayed crunchy, but also like they were obviously cooked.
Oh, that's good, because I had to cook them before I got here. That's why I was late. I had to cook them beforehand.
Yeah.
So to make sure they like.
Loud ass vehicle.
Yeah.
Sorry, there's a fucking UFO outside.
Yeah. So they heat them up and then reactivate them during the process, and
What the fuck we talking about?
and I
was like,
Damn UFOs.
Hey, sorry. We are back. I don't
The UFO fucked us.
apparently, because everything just went off.
Yeah, there was some
But-
definite alien
Did it
activity.
unplug back there?
No, it wasn't unplugged. It was just out a little bit, just a little inch. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Oh, and I used 1/4 cup of butter.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the execution score on his?
So Wenzel's execution was actually his highest score. He got a 7.5 average on that, which again, it
looked really nice.
it looked like a nice omelet. It looked like an
Thank you.
omelet you would go into IHOP and get like an IHOP, not to degrade, but like a actually made omelet as opposed to all of us kind of guessing how to make an
Okay.
omelet.
That's good.
Restaurant quality.
Yeah, restaurant quality omelet, I guess, is what I'm looking for.
Thank you, because I also I didn't mean to burn it, but it was like a little burnt. I mean, it was like crispy, it was like brown, but like when I was getting really worried when I was trying to flip it, but it turned out better than I thought it would.
Yeah, it was very tasty. I thought I enjoyed it quite a bit. Anybody have any?
Coming from somebody who has completely fucking lost this challenge, let me give you some advice. I thought that I honestly probably gave you the lowest scores out of everybody. But that was because I did feel like the chili pepper was kind of felt smacked together, all of it. The chili pepper did kind of coat the outside a little bit too much for me because I don't really like I don't mind the pepper built in because it kind of turns into a background flavor. But when it's like forefront, like dusted over the top, it kind of becomes too strong, in my opinion. And I felt like possibly the peppers could have been like with some onion or something, sauteed a little bit,
Yeah.
fajita style. And then you're talking about a Southwest omelet that can get me rock hard.
Yeah, no, I meant to. I actually forgot an onion. I meant to do that, but I just completely forgot about it.
I'm just not a fan of raw pepper. I'm not a fan of the kind of raw like dried chili pepper on the outside. It just kind of felt like it was very loose and not executed. I thought you were pretty. I thought the taste was pretty good, but the execution of like putting it all together could have been better. But I gave you 6 anyways. I gave you 6 for execution. So.
The thing about your omelet was my favorite was actually the bell peppers. Everything Cody said he didn't like, that was my favorite part of your omelet.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean I was really hoping that would turn out good because whenever I ate my first Southwest omelet, I really liked the peppers in it, and I don't know, I typically don't like that, but with eggs and stuff, I was like, man, this is so good. So yeah.
Yeah, so good job. Again, a noticeable jump in quality from our 5th place finish.
Thank you.
We ready for 3rd place?
Yes.
Yes.
Coming in 3rd place with a total point score of 24.25 is my omelet.
You came in third.
I came in 3rd.
I was not expecting that.
I made a 1-egg triple meat lovers omelet. So I guess I'll go in it real quick. It was just an egg, used the egg, and then I cut up 3 different meats. I used turkey bacon, ham, and pepperoni. Threw that in there. Just threw some cheese. I made I didn't make the marinara sauce. I doctored up a marinara sauce on the side. Colt, Cody, and Patrick had a slightly spicy variant, and Wenzel had just the basic marinara sauce, which I somehow managed to spill a fuck ton of it everywhere, and I have no recollection of how I did that.
There was a footprint trail of marinara sauce leading from the kitchen into the living room.
I mean, there almost really was.
That was Chef Boyardee.
Oh,
He lives in Tanner's room.
So,
Yeah.
I guess I'll like say the average, and y'all can critique it. So my average creativity score was an 8, which I was actually pretty shocked by.
It's a pretty creative. I mean, that was a pretty creative. I mean, like when you told us because yesterday when we were recording another episode of the podcast, we decided to get together. We talked about let's make sure we're not overlapping on what creativity, our ideas are, and he said that he was doing a pizza omelet, and I instantly was like, holy shit, that sounds fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I've never thought about that before, but that works.
Yeah.
And sure enough, it fucking did. It was really fucking good.
It was delicious.
I was surprised just by some of the other things today that I managed to score fairly well in creativity, just because I don't know, I guess I didn't see it as creative. I was like, this is like a cop out, like it's cheese and meat and marinara sauce.
It's less creative in the fact that it's pizzafying something, and more about the fact that omelet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like one of those things where everything's been pizza-fied, and
Yeah.
then finally you see something that you haven't seen pizza-fied before, and it actually fucking works.
Yeah, and I was hoping my creativity would get a boost from the fact that I only used a singular egg.
No.
So, but I don't think it did.
He was like super secretive about it too.
Well,
he wouldn't let us in the kitchen to see the one egg on the calendar.
Well, yeah, just because I thought it was something neat. I was like, I used one egg to make an omelet for 4 people.
I thought he
He
used an ostrich egg or something when he said that. I was like, did we eat ostrich?
Did you hear a fucking drill? My average taste score, which was actually my highest average score, was an 8.25. So I didn't taste it because
It tasted really good.
So,
It's probably like one of my favorites from today. It was very, very good.
I mean, cheese and meat,
yeah, I mean it's a no sense.
and even the marinara worked really well with it too. It was very, very much. If you don't have pizza dough at the house, just use egg.
Yeah, and you can get away with using the singular egg apparently because that's what I did.
Yeah.
Which I was actually also surprised by this. My average execution score was an 8, despite my omelet having a little bit of tearage because I did only use a singular
Yeah,
egg.
no, that didn't really affect it for me. Whenever you told me one egg, that's why I kind of like, instead of going for 8 for creativity, I went 8.5 because I thought that was very creative. And it's like, it was still held together. And I was like, with one egg, that's crazy.
Yeah, like it wasn't like, it didn't look like scrambled eggs, which I think is what surprised me the most today. Is like, because we were all talking in the group chat earlier this week, we were like, oh fuck, we're all gonna make like scrambled eggs essentially because none of us really know how to make an omelet, and everybody made a well put together omelet.
Except for me.
Well, I mean, your omelet looked like
Yeah,
an omelet.
you got the
though.
form, yeah.
Yeah, the form was great.
And it was actually really. See, that's the thing that pisses me off is that, like, if I did anything besides what I did, my omelet would have been fucking good because I made it real fluffy and everything.
Yeah, it was a real
like
fluffy
really
omelet.
pillowy. Fucking mad at that matcha.
But so I was actually surprised by my execution score despite the tearage. But I'm glad it turned out good and y'all liked it. Any other critiques? What I could have done different?
You
or
could have
anything?
gave me the whole thing.
I really wish I had more.
Oh
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was the other thing too, is that it reminded me of, do you know whenever you're eating a pizza and all of it, like especially those store bought pizzas, and then the crust is just so much different than the sauce and the cheese, that the sauce and cheese kind of sloughs off.
Yeah.
And it's like just sitting on your plate and you're
Yes.
like, fuck the crust, I'm eating the slough. The part that's sloughed off. And then you eat that with a fork. That's what it reminded me of.
Yeah, I can see that.
So
I don't feel like somebody's used the word sloth that many times.
Yeah.
in a
fuck
sentence.
me. I lost the plot there for a second, but I came back. I get it now. Damn. Now I'm thinking about it's
Just getting a pizza and scraping it.
well like
No.
like having an actual pizza with the crust, but making your topping essentially that omelet just chopped up.
That wouldn't be
fucking,
bad.
That'd be fucking
A
good.
pizza, omelet pizza?
Oh fuck. Okay. Hold on. I think I just did something. So yeah, I came out with a average score or with a total out of 30, 24.25. So I was pretty happy with that. Are we ready for second place?
Yeah.
And obviously second place will tell us the winner, but we'll do second place first and then go
Yeah.
to the winner. In second place with 25.125 points, our very own Colt with his chicken teriyaki omelet. Colt, why don't you tell us what went into it, and then we'll get into your averages.
It was actually a lot of help from Cody because I don't really know how to cook eggs really. Because whenever I usually make an egg related thing, I just microwave it because it's fucking easy.
Sure.
You just crack an egg, you put a fork in it, stir it up. There you go. That's how I usually make one. But the omelet itself, I just cracked 3 eggs in a bowl, stirred it up, put it inside the pan, and then I sprinkled chicken in it. Let it sit there a little bit. I tried to flip it over, but I folded it instead. I was like, screw it, we're going with that, and that's pretty much what happened.
What did you what did you put in the chicken?
The chicken itself was covered in a teriyaki sauce. I don't know if I said it, but it's chicken teriyaki omelet. I forgot to say
I said
that. Okay, but it was a teriyaki sauce made with sugar, soy sauce, liquid smoke, and I think that's all. Worcestershire and lemon juice. And the chicken was sprinkled with garlic and onion powder.
Onion.
Onion.
Onions.
Okay, but after that, we cooked the chicken, and then I shredded it with a fork. And then we put it back in the pan, and then we cooked the chicken a little bit more with the teriyaki chicken to make sure it goes deeper into the chicken, I guess.
Sure.
Teriyaki sauce.
Yeah, teriyaki sauce, whatever.
You're just fucking up today.
You got last place. But that's pretty much it, really.
So your average creativity score was an 8.375. I thought it was a fucking genius idea. I've never even thought about a chicken teriyaki omelet, I guess. Like, obviously, chicken and chicken and an omelet's not like this groundbreaking idea. I guess I've never thought of actually doing something with the chicken. And the fact that it was chicken teriyaki, I thought it was very, very creative.
Yeah, no, I loved it. It tasted very good. It was very sweet. I was worried that like the barbecue sauce would just it wouldn't make
Teriyaki
sense.
sauce.
Oh, sorry, teriyaki sauce. I don't know why I said barbecue. Teriyaki sauce on egg. I was worried. I was like, that doesn't make sense. How's that gonna work? No, it worked very well. It was very sweet, very good.
Yep.
When he first came, when we were talking about like what to do, because he had never made an omelet before, and so sort of like we were working together trying to figure out, okay, what can we do to make something good? And he wanted to do something. He said, I kind of want to do something sweet and savory. I'm like, you know what you want to do? He's like, make teriyaki omelet. And yeah, it was a super easy execution that turned out really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It definitely. I thought it was very creative. It came out good. Your taste was actually your lowest score, which is not a huge detriment to you because your average taste was an 8.25.
Okay.
I thought it tasted delicious. Again, the teriyaki sauce. So your eggs were fluffy, your chicken was well cooked, and the teriyaki sauce was sweet and a little sticky, like I like my teriyaki sauce, but it wasn't like syrupy.
Yeah, I don't like syrupy.
Yeah, I don't
sauce.
either. Which was, I guess, good considering you put it on this piping hot omelet. Like I expected it to turn syrupy, but it didn't. Like it actually was still like a very good, not runny, but a very good consistent teriyaki sauce. And that, I mean, it sounds like a very simple omelet, but it was fucking good.
Because I knew for me, because Colt and Tanner's, they were right neck and neck, because they're both very good. But Tanner's is very savory, and Colt's is very sweet. But it all came together very well, and he had a very nice presentation. He had the little teriyaki drizzled over it.
Yeah, it looked very good.
Yeah, Colt and I actually tied for average taste. We both had 8.25 average taste. So
I should mention that as I was watching him do it, he put a lot of butter in the pan, so the egg basically fried in the butter too.
listen,
It worked so fucking well.
it worked. Colt's omelet actually had a cross section, like a noticeable layer of egg, chicken, another layer of egg.
It turned out really well.
Like it almost looked like a quesadilla.
He put it perfectly in the right position too, because what he did was he waited a minute for.
Oh, you need to talk into your mic.
Am I not talking to it?
Yeah, there.
Sorry.
Whoa!
What he did was he waited for the egg to cook slightly on the bottom, then put the chicken in so it didn't float all the way to the bottom, and then went from there.
Yeah.
And so the chicken was suspended somewhere in the center. I don't know if you meant to do that or not,
No.
but it kind of was suspended right there. And I thought I was like, "Fuck me."
Yeah.
And then he would try to flip it. It flipped over, and he was like, "Fuck it." But it turned out really, really well.
Yeah. And speaking of turning out really well, his average execution was an 8.5. Because again, I don't want to say us as a collective are stingy with our 10s, but it's hard to get a 10 from somebody here. I gave you a 9 for execution. So somebody else fucked you over there, not me. But
I give you a 9.
Yeah, I think it was a perfectly executed.
What'd you give him, Pat?
Omelet
What did I give him?
for execution.
Oh, an 8.
Oh, I gave him an 8 too. Okay.
Yeah. So.
Sorry.
But yeah, I don't. There wasn't much more you could have done outside of. But I don't know. But I honestly don't know. But a very, very, very good, respectable omelet overall. Anybody else got any overarching thoughts of Colt's chicken teriyaki omelet?
I could have done what Cody does with ranch to that teriyaki sauce.
Yes, that teriyaki sauce was I saw you when we were all eating your omelet. You were eating some of the leftover chicken with the teriyaki sauce. I'm like, man, I kind of want to get in on that. So that means our winner, and I will say, our winner beat Colt by a quarter of a point, so 0.25 points. Was Patrick with 25.375 points.
That looked like he's about to cry.
I was not expecting this.
So Patrick, tell us about your omelet, and then we'll get into it.
Yeah, I made mine was the taco omelet, but mine was a very, very last minute changed because we were talking yesterday about our omelets, make sure it didn't overlap. I actually had a pizza omelet too.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like this morning, I was going to get my stuff, and I was thinking, oh, the pizza. Then, like last second when I was sore, no, change it right now. So I just got a bunch of I got ideas like, oh, taco. That's a pretty popular common dish. Maybe I'll just finagle that into an omelet. So I got some taco stuff. So what I use 4 eggs in this omelet. I use Mexican cheese, taco seasoning, shredded tortillas, and I just happened to find them in the store on the shelf because I didn't want to get actual meat because it's a lot and just for something so small. It was a vegan meat substitute for taco use, and I didn't use that in my practice one because I didn't know how well it would keep from the time I practiced this morning until this afternoon. So I did it live in the kitchen. So
and it turned out well for you.
No, it was really good.
So your creativity was actually your lowest of your 3 scores, but still a very respectable average of an 8.125. I thought it was very creative. I don't know, for some reason I've never put together, oh, somebody should make like a taco omelet. And especially with Pat using tortillas, I would probably went lower. So I gave Pat a 9 for creativity. I probably went lower if he didn't actually use tortillas, but going that extra step and using tortillas was you could tell they were in there. I thought was very creative.
Yeah.
It didn't deter from the
which is weird because
I was thinking it would make it kind of chewy.
Exactly. I was expecting the consistency of a cooked tortilla and the fluffiness of an egg to fight against each other, be a yin and a yang sort of situation, but it wasn't because they worked together very well. Yeah, much better than expected. And Pat actually, and this is what won it for him, had the highest taste and execution scores of the day. Pat's average taste score was an 8.625. It was fucking good.
It was delicious.
The cheese was perfectly melted. You could I've had, because I went vegan a couple of years ago for a couple of months, and with this particular kind of vegan meat substitute, you can't tell it tastes like meat to me.
Yeah,
and so it tasted like a very meaty, taco-y omelet, and
the thing is, though, it's also made with beans.
Yeah,
so you also get that beaniness that comes with you get with a good bean burrito, I don't know, like a refried bean. It's like a Taco Bell type burrito, I guess.
Yeah, but in the best way.
In the best way.
Yeah,
it was so good.
And again with the tortillas actually added an element to the taste because the tortillas kind of crisped up in a way, but also added flavor and didn't deter from the rest of the omelet.
Yeah. The omelet itself was very crispy.
Yeah.
It honestly kind of reminded me of a quesadilla.
Yeah. Patrick's and Colt's both, to me, had that quesadilla-like quality to it, where it was very easy to cut because we were using plastic utensils. Very easy to cut with a plastic fork. Mm-hmm. And Pat's was definitely weighty. Pat's had a lot of...
his was heavy.
Yeah. Pat's was the only... We were using paper plates
as well.
It was
packing.
Yeah, Pat's was packing some fucking weight.
Flavor.
Yeah, packing flavor, packing heat, well, it wasn't packing heat. It wasn't hot, but... and then your average execution score, which I guess you could say was also the difference maker. Your average score for execution was also an 8.625. I thought it was executed... Again, same thing with Colts, as well as something like this could have been. I don't know how you could improve on a taco omelet like that, but again,
no, what you do is you make the omelet, then you put the tortilla in the middle, the chicken, the cheese, fold it, bam.
You do it like a fucking gordita crunch.
Yeah, with egg on the outside,
except with an egg on the out. Ooh, fuck.
I feel like they've done that.
Probably.
No, Taco Bell did. They had the egg taco shell.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But there wasn't an actual taco shell.
Wait.
You were eating it in a...
So we're talking egg, cheese, tortilla, cheese, meat, cheese, fold, boom.
I feel like you said cheese too many times.
Yeah. No, fuck that. You can never have too much cheese.
I think you could say cheese again.
I have to think of feta earlier.
But you know what, though? The cheese would probably help keep it all together.
Yeah, it would.
That makes sense.
It just sounded like every ingredient was cheese.
Cheese is culinary glue.
Yeah, you're true.
Yeah.
Also, culinary glue.
What'd you say?
Culinary.
He said colon.
Colon. like your colon.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah, I know.
It makes you not poop.
Yeah, it really.
Oh, I thought you were trying to say culinary.
Unless you're lactose intolerant, and then it fucks you up.
It's the opposite.
It turns it into gas.
So some of us have eaten way too much cheese today. Not gonna say any names, but so yeah, Patrick's the winner of Make Bake Create 2. Everybody give Pat a round of applause. So Patrick,
What are we cooking?
what are we
bro?
cooking next?
We are cooking fuck it, muffins.
Oh,
Okay.
Fuck. Is there like any
you-
parameters or just muffins?
To be continued.
Okay, sure.
Oh well, then you're already all gonna lose to me.
When's the
What the fuck?
Whoa. Okay, you're
I
getting.
can make a better muffin than you, shitbag.
No,
Hey, when's
no,
you
I'm
should
gonna.
totally
I'm
make
sorry.
Something with that
I'm-
caramel stuff like last time.
See, that's the thing, though. I made some really good muffins one time, and I'm pretty sure if I made those again, it would kill
If
everybody.
you
But-
make those again, I'll give you a 10 on everything.
But or is it not going to be original enough because we've had it before? So maybe you got to think of something different.
It's original
Oh,
enough for me.
Oh no, I got some other ideas too.
Okay, so going through our rankings again, Cody came in 5th with 15.75 points. Wenzel came in 4th with 21.25 points. I came in 3rd, Tanner, with 24.25 points. Colt came in 2nd with 25.125 points, and Patrick is our winner of Make Bake Create 2 with 25.375 points.
So who are the individual category winners?
So individual category winners, Colt won I take that back. Cody won creativity with 8.5. Patrick won taste with 8.625, and Patrick also won execution with 8.625.
Dang, good job.
And then Colt and I would tie for second for taste, and Colt came in second overall for execution. So I mean, overall, outside of Cody, very close.
I did my best.
In the top 3, like I came in 3rd, Pat came in 1st. Pat and I were separated by 1 and an 1/8 point.
Who won the wing one again?
I won the wing one.
Yeah.
So I have
Who came in second? Do you remember who came in second?
I don't remember off the top of my head who came
I
in
think
second.
it was you.
Yeah.
Who? Just kidding.
Yeah, I think it was you. But I wouldn't brag about that because going from 2nd to 5th is definitely a fall from grace. So thank you everybody for listening to this week's episode of the All You Can Hear podcast. As always, we are available on SoundCloud, on Google Podcasts, on iTunes, on Overcast, on Spotify, pretty much every service you can think of. So go listen, go like, go review, go subscribe, go rate, go comment. Just tell your friends, be like, hey, check out this podcast. This week they did an omelet cooking show, and Cody only coughed like 4 times this week.
I did
We're
pretty
getting better.
good.
Getting better. So definitely go check that out. You can follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. We're getting pretty close to 200 followers, so help us, get there, I guess. I don't know. I think it'd be cool. We might do something special for it. Follow us on Instagram, instagram.com/AYCH podcast, where you can see fun posts from every episode we do every week. If that's not picture, like this week, it's pictures of our omelets, obviously, but who knows? Patrick has a ton of drawings on there that he's done for the podcast. We have a ton of fun pictures. Patrick and I recently went to Comic-Con, have a really good post over at Comic-Con featuring some of our friends doing cosplay. That's really cool. So go check that out at instagram.com/AYCH podcast. You can follow us on twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. We stream at least once a week, but sometimes more, sometimes less. Coming up next week on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we will be streaming over on our Twitch. On Wednesday, we'll be doing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. On Thursday, we'll be doing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And on Friday, we're doing Super Mario Party again. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely go check that out. That's going to be next week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So follow us, twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear. And you can follow me, one of your 5 co-hosts, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
My name is Colt, and you can follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. This is not really related to today's episode, but send me pictures of your dog dressed up like Bruno Bucciarati.
Rest in peace.
I want to see your hair. Like his hair, dog.
My name is Cody, and you can follow me at CODDOC11. That's CODDOC11. Go follow my Instagram. When does this episode come out? Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay, so this week I'll be in South Korea.
Yeah, we're sending Cody on assignment. This was funded
Nope.
by
I'm going to South Korea, so I'll be posting some photos there of my journey through South Korea. So hit me up there.
We get a ton of listens from South Korea, so I'm sure you,
mean, like,
you
if
can
you
probably
wanna-
do a fan meetup.
Okay, all I'm saying is you can go look at the photos that I take. I think I take some pretty neat photos, so go look.
Thank you for listening. You can follow me, Wenzel, on Twitter at Winsy Wilkie. You can follow my art Instagram at World of Winsy. Thank you again for listening. Sorry if there's a little interruption. Again, a UFO messed us
That
up.
UFO fucked us.
Oh, and if you want to make your own omelets, go ahead.
Yeah, send us. Yeah, if you're inspired by this episode and like, I want to make a fucking omelet, send us a picture of your omelet. Be like, hey, I made an omelet. Holy shit, I tried the matcha omelet and it really did taste bad. Wow, how did that happen? How is that a flavor that exists?
This is Patrick. Thank you for listening. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John Lost His Name. You can follow my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art.
We'll see you next week with our best anime openings of all time bracket reveal. Don't miss it.
Oh my God.
It's
I
going to
missed
be
it.
awesome. Oh fuck. Oh no.